But the bottom line is, sis, don't have any inappropriate, don't have any conversations, because any conversation that you have with a child as an adult is
inappropriate.
Bam. Yup, it's TMZ Verify the podcast. I'm Wyld.
I'm Steph.
I got to get my energy up.
Get your energy up.
I'm looking a mess. I'm feeling a mess.
Wyld thinks he looks crazy. He looks the same.
I do. Watch this on YouTube, TMZ Verify the podcast. I look crusty, but welcome, Steph.
Let's get it going.
We have some pretty spicy stories today. Like, at first I was like, oh, it ain't a lot happening in the news. And then this woman took the TikTok over the weekend.
And dominated the feed. Like, truly, like, everyone is talking about this right now.
There's a woman on TikTok, y'all, who basically came out and was like, all y'all young girls, y'all need to start wearing heels at the club. And like, Steph?
I'm sorry.
We need to know whether you wear heels at a club. Don't tell us yet. Tell us later. We're also going to talk about, there's a very serious situation going down right now with Ava Kris Tyson, who's a part of MrBeast's like entourage crew. Ava was recently kind of accused of having inappropriate relationships or conversations with minors.
I don't know why this keeps being a thing, first of all.
We just talked about this last week with Dr. Disrespect. We're going to tell you how the situation. It's messy. It's potentially criminal, but definitely creepy. Tuah Girl is
You're
back at it.
You're obsessed with her.
I am not. I'm actually not obsessed with her.
Wyld sent me the topics today. I got your, like, get off of her.
Literally,
like, you're truly...
He goes, get off Tuah Girl's dick.
Because truly, like, we can't be doing another story about her.
Bruh, well, talk to the people at TMZ.
What's going on now?
We're the people at TMZ. Well, Tuah Girl, she was out. She hit up the Jake Paul fight. It's pretty big.
Okay.
She also is making more money moves. You don't look impressed.
Yeah, I'm over this. Like,
all right, well, I'll tell y'all we'll give y'all a Tuah update later that no one asked for. And then lastly, the Gypsy Rose drama continues.
It's good, though.
It's never going to end. So Gypsy Rose, we all know she's separated from Ryan Anderson. She's now with Ken Urker. She's having a baby. However, the divorce is not going to divorce anytime soon because there's another weird law in Louisiana that will not allow her to get divorced. Not today, not tomorrow, and not next week.
And I mentioned this last week on the pod.
And
you kept it in. Thank you.
Yes.
And this is just reiterating everything we said, but with facts. And I'm so excited.
Facts. So we'll tell y'all about why Gypsy Rose cannot leave Ryan Anderson even though she wants to. But.
Green dress girl.
So, Stephanie, do you wear heels in the club?
Always. Are we talking Vegas?
We're talking like not a bar. Like not a bar. You know, like a bar.
I even wear heeled like little mules to like even just the bars here. Yeah, literally.
But there's a woman who went on TikTok over the weekend and she was like, you know what, young girls, I don't know what y'all got going on, but y'all not wearing heels in the club no more. And get it together. This is what she said.
I don't know what's happening to club culture, but the girlies are not wearing heels in the clubs anymore. And as a 34-year-old, I know I don't look my age, but as a 34-year-old, do we need to come out of retirement and teach the girls how to wear heels or like what heels you need to shop for?
You know, there's multiple things to talk about in this video. First,
you're not young.
I'm
not saying I'm young either.
No,
I'm just saying.
She started with, I'm 34, I know I don't look it, and it's like.
The silence is, you can hear.
I don't think she looks 34, but
no, but don't be shady and say a fact like that. Like, just really, you don't do two things. Just stop talking.
Okay, so people are dragging her, one, because she said don't wear heels, and then the heels she showed were fucking like wedges.
I was just gonna say wedges. I'm so proud that you know that. Wedges. The thing that I want to talk about though is there is, you know, we missed the club era. You know what I mean? We really did. Like, I'm really jealous of all the people that really got to go to a club. Yes.
And now it's not the same.
So and maybe to be on her side for like a smidge, I can see what she's saying. But then, girl, like, we didn't get to be in that era. We go to the bars. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Vegas or Miami or even New York, it's like not.
It's not like a thing. And also clubs are so expensive. So like it's mostly old people in clubs because we cannot afford drinks.
And you bet your ass I'm going to wear heels if I'm going to like something expensive.
So the woman, her name is Rachel Paris. She is she's kind of doubling down on her
club culture.
Her club culture assertion. We got her on our sister podcast, the TMZ podcast this week. And Rachel was basically like, look, I don't care what y'all kids got to say about me. Put some heels on. Steph?
I feel like we all wear heels where we need to.
You go, I'm confused as to why she was yelling at
Our
us. Ma'am.
thing is,
Like,
like if you would ask us, we go to the bars and we wear heels. We wear sneaks. It's like a more casual vibe.
do you remember, like, you ever see those like videos from people like back in the day in the club, and it's like full blazer, and it's like,
Eyeliner on.
why are you dressed business casual in the
Yes.
club?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fucking pantsuits in the club.
Statement-
That's actually one trying to step out, like in a pantsuit and some heels.
It's the millennial core. It's like the statement necklace. Like,
So yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. Rachel is now, she's doing pretty well though. So she's gotten reached out to by some brands. She hasn't told us what brand yet, but she does have like a partnership coming soon.
okay.
So this is one of those things where, like, even though you're being dragged on the internet, it seems like it's working in Rachel's favor. So shout out to Rachel.
Two things. Why every time someone goes viral, do they need a brand deal of some sort? Number two, if you're going to get famous, I guess cash in, because I would not want to be famous for this.
I actually don't mind being famous for anything, but you know me.
You keep manifesting that for yourself, and 2 years from now, I'm going to look back at this,
And it'll be
it's
like-
going to be bad.
It'll be the worst thing I could be famous for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't commit any crimes though, so it'll be something I said probably.
Mm-hmm. Or a fight. You get in lots of public fights with people when you drive. It stresses me out.
Oh my God, I do.
You're going to be caught on camera, like TikTok, where it's like,
Look at this angry dude.
you're ugly. You're going to say something so mean.
You know me.
Yeah.
What's up? And oh my
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stay
well.
tuned.
Moving on. There's the. I feel like we just talked about a very similar situation to this last week, where there's a popular internet person who had an inappropriate relationship with a young person. So Ava Kris Tyson. This is a serious story, so I'm using my serious voice. Ava Kris Tyson. How are you looking at me?
You
like
want me
that?
to laugh, and I'm not going to laugh.
Because I can see you holding it in.
I'm not going to laugh at your voice. Just continue. This is a very serious topic. Continue.
So Ava Kris Tyson, she has responded to allegations that she groomed a young fan, and as a result of this, Ava has left MrBeast's like YouTube content creation team. Y'all know MrBeast. He has those like, it's like an entourage of people who like work on his squad. They work on his team. They help produce his videos. So these allegations first like popped up like recently, where people were saying that Ava was 20 at the time, and the minor was believed to be around the age of 13.
Oh, my.
Huh?
That's crazy. I thought it was a little bit older.
20 and 13?
Insane. Sorry.
It's great.
Continue.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought
Like,
it was. I
when
thought
you say it
that-
out loud, you're like 20 and 13.
Okay, continue.
So it's a pretty convoluted story. So we don't really want to get into like all of the random internet allegations or like what this person said that's really unfounded. Like, we're just going to try to talk about the things, or at least the things that Ava has said, and then the one person who came out who was believed to be a victim has also come out and spoke about the situation,
Which we will take as factual.
which we'll take it at face value because this is what this person is saying. So let's get into it. So Ava, in response to the allegations, like I said, there are a number of allegations from different parties, but Ava took to social media yesterday and she said, "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. If it hurt or offended anyone, it's not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided that it's best for Ava to permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health." That's what Ava said in her tweets or her messages yesterday. Later on in the day, Ava kind of like, I want to say opened up, but like continued kind of explaining the situation and what, from Ava's perspective, she's like, I was never grooming anyone. I was just having conversations and engaging with this young person on social media. However, as a grown-ass 20-year-old person, what in the literal hell could you be talking to a 13-year-old person about on social media? And I think that's the problem.
That's the problem. It's the same thing as if you remember a couple months back, the Colleen Ballinger thing, where you have these fans and it's a younger demographic, and you're talking to them and communicating with them because that's how you make money.
Right.
And it's just a weird mix.
Weird also. And I also don't think you need to you don't need, it's not a requirement to actively communicate
That's
with people.
true.
Especially on social media. Like, obviously it does help your engagement, etc. But like, I have yet to hear a good reason for a grown adult person to have any conversations with a young child that they are not related or connected to in any way.
And listen, 20 and I do believe this, like 20 and someone that just turned 18 is even still a little bit
Still a little murky.
wary,
Like, yeah.
but 20 and 13 is insane.
And it's like, so like we said, Ava has basically come out and been like, I never met the person. I never had like any the way it was kind of explained, it was like it was never any inappropriate contact. Everything was like public. It wasn't like we were having secret one-on-one conversations. But the bottom line is, sis, don't have any inappropriate, don't have any conversations, because any
Right.
conversation that you have with a child as an adult
Is
is
inappropriate.
bam. So Ava has left MrBeast's squad, which she should, because get the hell up out of here, sis. I don't know. Because what I'm trying to figure out is if this is like a weird ass trend,
It's happening
because
so often.
it's so like it's like common now.
Well, I think the only, I guess, loophole that maybe she's trying to get at is like it wasn't a sexual conversation, which is where like the legal stuff comes in. But in terms of a 20-year-old and a 13-year-old talking and it's of the opposite sex, like that's a little bit
little
weird.
weird. So there's one person who is presumed to be the victim, or the, I don't even want to say victim, but the person who folks are saying Ava groomed. So this person's name is Lavags on Twitter. I don't think that's
Okay.
their real name, but Lavags on Twitter.
Sort of an alias.
Yes, that's probably their alias. So Lavags, who is believed to be one of the alleged victims, and I'm air quoting that, has come out and basically defended Ava.
Oh,
Yeah, so Lavag is basically saying that these are all, quote, massive lies and twisting the truth. Lavag says, Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of, end quote. Okay, you just proved my damn point. What is an edgy joke you're making to a child?
true.
Jail.
But I do think it's good that the child is saying nothing went wrong.
Yeah, but it's also like,
You're thinking maybe he's so groomed to the point where he's lying for her?
could be that. It could also be like, I think that in a lot of situations, and not just talking about this one specifically, when you're a victim in a situation, it's kind of sometimes a little difficult to feel like you're a victim in a situation if you weren't hurt. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I can see this person's perspective, but the bottom line is, because we're in a society, Ava should have not have been talking to your ass if Ava was 20 and you were 13. I don't really have much else to say about this, except I think Ava potentially needs, I'm not going to say jail, but honestly, potentially.
Okay.
Let's move along.
I don't think it's good. But
It's not good at all, and I have no problem saying that Ava might need to go to jail. Tuah Girl. Somebody else who needs to go to jail. I'm joking.
if Tuah Girl has no fans, you're dead. Like, you truly are the biggest
Yeah,
fan.
this is my...
You love this girl.
Okay, so Tuah Girl, a.k.a. Haley Welch. Haley had an exciting couple of weeks. So last week we told y'all that she was like at a club. She had her first club appearance where it was paid. They brought out the sparklers. They had the big sign that said, Tuah Girl, Tuah Girl. So over this past weekend, Tuah Girl, she's still continuing her reign of Hawk. Oh, wait, I probably shouldn't say that. She's still being out and about. Tuah Girl.
Okay.
So she was at the Jake Paul fight over the weekend. It was lit.
Love that fight.
However, not everybody was happy with the fact that she was at a Jake Paul fight, because tennis great Nick Kyrgios, I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Do you know how to say it?
No.
Okay.
That's why I didn't correct you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, Nick had a little bit of an issue with this. He's like, first of all, why y'all keep inviting these influencers to events that they should not be at? He said, there's no correlation between fame and actually being decent at something anymore.
Oh. Mic drop. Okay, continue.
That's it.
Oh,
That's all I
great.
got.
Mic drop. You would love this guy because you agree perfectly with him.
I do agree with it, but like...
I don't think she should be at the Jake Paul fight. I'm confused on...
Yeah, but it's like the Jake Paul fight. It's not like it's the Academy Awards.
Okay, but why?
The same reason why...
But we're the problem. I just want to say that full out front. We're the reason that people are getting famous. I'm not saying stupid people, because that's the quote originally, is we're making stupid people famous.
Right.
I just don't know. I think now her fame is going to last long because we made it last long. Not just me and you. I'm talking the world.
No, I get it.
But specifically us. Because
Definitely
it's week 4. And we have Haley Welch in our
TMZ
topic.
Verified is the only podcast that's still talking about Haley Welch. But like, I don't know. I feel like this is one of those things where I think Nick might be a little jealous. Like, because
Okay. Yes, I could see that.
everybody knows Tuah Girl, and I cannot even say Nick's last name. You get what
Wyld.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I see.
and I didn't know he played tennis until this story. So I guess unless you watch sports, You don't know anybody know who Nick is in this room?
Okay, here's the thing. We just now live in a world where you get famous for crazy random things.
Yeah.
And you will be put on a pedestal and be sent to these cool events, and like that's just the way it is, and he needs to get on the train.
Yeah, like
I do like her new form of content though. I will say that, Haley, if you're listening.
Wait, what?
She has like a little camera following her around, vlog style.
Okay.
And she's coming out of like minivans just for her and stuff.
Is she doing like a reality show?
Not a reality show, but like kind of like a follow me around vibe.
Like Patreon.
Yes, it's giving Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
She should do OnlyFans, but that's just me. But I do like that she's taking the craft serious. She goes, I got famous from this. I'm going to take it seriously.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't have any problem with anybody getting famous for anything.
That's not what you said week 1 of this. I'm going to call you out.
Okay. Well,
You said, I'm done with people getting famous. Oh, let's roll the tape back of what you said.
And then they roll the tape back and then it's me like, ah!
Yeah.
All right. Well, I changed my mind. I can change my mind. I'm a human being.
Right.
Um.
Okay, I have a question.
Go.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think Haley Welsh,
Yes.
Tuah Girl, is going to date someone famous next? Or be spotted with someone famous? Do you think she has a publicist that's kind of rearranging how she keeps her fame going? What does this look like for Haley?
Yeah, I could see it being like an influencer, like a Harry Jowsey.
OMG.
We just did something. Let me call up my girl and let her know. Call this publicist.
Harry's in front of the show.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, later we got an idea for y'all.
Mhm.
Ah.
Do you think she would ever be on like The Bachelor, Love Island?
Love Island for sure. Like one
Okay.
of those, like Love Island. What's the other one? You know, they're all the same. But like, yes, I could see her doing that.
Okay. You know who I think she should be spotted with?
Who?
I was going to say Jake Paul, but he's obviously in a relationship.
Who?
But it needs to be someone like of that stature.
I got another name for you too.
Who?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Bryce Hall.
I was just going to say that, but he's in a relationship
Who
too.
are you dating?
Everyone's cuffed up now.
Who Bryce Hall dating?
Another TikToker. She has a huge butt and it's like gorge.
Who the hell up? Is it really?
Branson said that it's big too. Like I would die of
Hold up,
happiness if
y'all.
this was my body.
I gotta see this girl. Oh, he posted her on Instagram.
Hmm. It's official, so we can't ship them together.
Oh, how did I not know that he was dating? Who is this? Yeah, I'll save that for later.
Okay. But yeah, she needs to. Next thing for Haley is she needs to be spotted out with like a influencer.
In other Tuah Girl news, there was a trading card that she signed her name on.
10,000.
No,
What?
it was $100.
I thought it was 10 grand.
Why would anybody pay $10,000 for her?
Your
trading
ass would. You're obsessed with this girl.
No, I am not. Stop saying
It's true.
$100. There was a Tuah Girl card that was sold, and it went for $100. She's selling the wrong things, though.
Did you see this Amber Rose College Hill fight? Did you hear about it? Yes or no?
I did.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. I also
Okay,
heard
let's
about
just
it
say
when it aired
this.
a year ago.
BET has a show called College Hill. Basically, the celebs go to college, and I have air quotes if you're not watching on YouTube, which you should because my hair's up. And they go to college and they do school, they do all the things and blah, blah, blah. Basically what happened, I'm going to have you explain the rest.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm scared to like say it wrong. So basically,
I was wondering where you was going when you like BET. Okay, go ahead.
I know.
Continue.
Okay, so I just like love this story because the show is really good.
It is a good show.
Okay, I actually watched the show.
All right, go.
Amber Rose is in class,
Mm-hmm.
and what's the other girl's name?
Joseline Hernandez.
Okay, and she's basically saying, Amber Rose, that my dad's white, so you can't call me black.
Yeah, Amber Rose has this thing of like, I am biracial. Do not call me a black woman. I do not identify as a black woman. I am biracial. And it's like, sis, we are cool. You have a tattoo on your forehead. Continue.
So they're in class.
Mhm.
She says said phrase.
Mhm.
And what's the other girl's name?
Joseline Hernandez.
Joseline Hernandez.
Miss
What a
Hernandez.
wonderful name.
Yes.
Miss Hernandez literally turns around and chews her out.
Choose
and
her
it's
ass
like,
out.
you can't be bold. Like, just like,
Like, pick a damn side, but also like, why are you so hyped to discredit your blackness? Like,
right. Why
Joseline
don't you want, like, why? First
What's
of all,
the issue?
okay, one thing with Amber Rose, if you're watching, why say anything?
What?
You can think that in your brain and just shut up. 2, you're on BET College Hill,
with a
okay?
bunch of black people.
Okay, that is not what I was going to say, but that as well. I was going to say, like, you are in class.
Yes.
That is the part of the reality show.
Mhm.
You're not supposed to fight,
Yes.
okay? You know it's going to start a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Amber gets up from her chair, casually, calmly, which is the best kind of fight.
Which is how you know something about to go down. People too calm.
Stands up, walks over to her.
Acts like she's about to leave out of the...
Yes,
Mhm.
that's my favorite.
Did
Like
it
a little
stick out.
sneak up and just beats her ass.
Yes.
Hits her across the head. They're going at it. And I'm surprised that Amber Rose won.
Why? Because she said she wasn't black?
No,
You go.
because she clearly has a fight that she's like really trying to like. But the men had to separate them. It was really great.
It was kind of a mess. Yeah, I don't really have many feelings about this on account of I've kind of ran Amber Rose off because she just looks stupid and says stupid things.
Is it fucked up to say that when I think Amber Rose, I only think of when she dated Kanye?
Yeah.
Is it
Or,
fucked
like,
up?
The slut walk.
That's
That's
the
why I'm
only thing-
confused as to why the Republicans went out and said, you know what would be a good black person to get on our side? Amber Rose.
Well, that's okay.
Like,
Okay,
come on.
I wasn't even gonna dive into this part, but like,
Y'all, there's 1,000 other black people y'all could have got. And she is literally says she ain't black. So maybe
But
get somebody that is black.
I'm gonna
Like,
say something really controversial. But
Okay.
isn't that why I feel like she's
Yes,
trying
yes,
to do
literally,
some shit
yep.
where like she wants to be liked by like
a certain group of people. So she
and am I wrong?
I think you might be onto something, sis.
I feel like that's kind of like
That's kind of true, though.
I'm connecting the dots. I just feel like that is
How are the
really.
Republicans going to feel after they hear her fighting on camera like this?
Oh,
It's not
she
giving,
should have thought about that.
not giving Republican energy, Amber Rose. I mean,
Oh my god.
you need to get a little more uppity if she's going to be with the Republicans.
I just feel like this was. She didn't need to say anything. Just be in class, you know.
Yeah.
Also, we're not getting paid by BET to promote the show. It's actually great.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I would like for Joseline Hernandez to get her lick back.
Get back. First of all, can we get them in the ring? I think she needs a rematch.
Celebrity death match.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. This is our final story today.
Sorry.
And it's time for a
Gypsy Rose update.
Mm-mm.
Gypsy Rose, Jip.
Mm-mm. So last week, Steph was giving y'all some
I dropped shit.
unofficial legal tidbits about Gypsy
I
Rose's
really
marriage.
went full lawyer last week. Lawyer.
And what were you saying, Steph?
I was telling the class that if you get married in Louisiana
Mhm.
and get pregnant with another person's child, your husband's name goes on the baby's birth certificate.
Yes.
No matter if you are together, separated, unless you are divorced,
Mm-hmm.
the baby's name will go on the birth certificate. The reasoning I asked around, I actually did go to the lawyer's office and ask because I didn't want to look dumb. And it's because the funds, like the baby needs to be taken care of.
Right.
And so my original thought was that it was protecting the father, but I'm not sure if it's protecting the father or the child or both.
Okay. So now we have a new development on the legal drama that is Gypsy Rose and Ryan Anderson. And we should just say for reference, Stephanie is not a lawyer. Go ahead.
Correct.
Tell us what we know now, Steph.
Okay, what we know now is that Ken is the father.
Yes.
Okay. And she's not married to Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan is now saying, it's kind of, I'm not a lawyer.
I got
You have to do it.
got it.
Like,
So,
truly.
You go, I'm actually not
I'm
a
actually,
lawyer.
guys, actually, like,
I got
I
stuck.
set it up really nice, but like, you take the reins.
Okay, so we've spoken to Ryan's attorney, and Ryan's attorney has explained to us that, like, basically, Gypsy Rose and Ryan will be married for at least another, like, maybe a few months, because in the state of Louisiana, when you get divorced, or like, say you've separated, you're filing for divorce, you have to be like officially living apart for 6 months before the divorce proceedings can even begin. So like the court is not going to start like filing and processing your paperwork for at least 6 months that you have lived separately. So
The fact that this is still a thing is crazy.
yeah, it was what in 1982 was happening. Like
And when I dropped this bomb last week, I fully thought, like,
I thought you was making it up.
I must be wrong.
I thought you was making it up.
I'm
for
right.
sure.
The baby will be born, and the father of the baby on paper will be her husband.
So it's likely that by the time the baby is born, not only is Ryan going to be technically the daddy, but Gypsy might also be technically still married to Ryan Anderson.
Also, who
Like-
knows if say something really fucked up? Who knows, based off Gypsy's track record? Who knows, based off Gypsy's track record, if her and Ken are even going to be together?
In 6 months.
What I'm saying is, lots of wiggle room here.
It's a lot of wiggle room, but you know what? There's no wiggle room at the divorce court because bottom line is she could be married to Ryan Anderson for at least a couple more months. Like there's no speedy divorce It'll take at least 6 months.
She went live also on, I'm not sure if it was TikTok or Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like talking about it. And she sees unfazed.
Okay.
Me, if I was pregnant and with, I would be freaking out. I'd be like
your ex-husband's name gotta be on the.
And Ryan's really nice, a nice guy. Like she could have a horrible ex-husband, you know. But she lucked out with this. I feel
from what we know, yeah, I think it doesn't seem to be like volatile.
I mean,
other than the stealing snacks part, allegedly, he might. Be
I think what really happened here, regardless of all of the mumbo jumbo,
what you think is what the same thing that Ryan Anderson says, which is
she just loved Ken, and he was not in until she got out and got famous, and like, or maybe you know what, give Ken the benefit of the doubt. I think maybe he just missed her.
And he called her up and said, "Hey, big head,
let's go smoke Lana Del Rey cigarettes outside the
Dollar Tree."
The Dollar Tree. I love that photo. It's on my desk, printed.
All right,
guys. It was a big legal week for us.
Not a big legal week.
For Verified, this is crazy. Like this is a big.
We have zero law experience. Talking about big legal week, bro. Ain't no
zero.
Big legal week. But
this was my big break for Verified.
This was you. You really stepped and shined with
Thank
the
you
Gypsy
so
Rose
much.
stuff.
I came to work last week.
And you almost came to work today.
No, I have nothing. I really I really did bring the Amber Rose tea though.
You did. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here.
Have a great week, guys.
I'm tired.
I'm reading the comments. I don't see many people chatting away.
I'm like clammy. I'm like not doing okay.
I've seen you. Again, I'm gonna say it like on air. I've seen you way worse. You look great.
That is not a compliment. Bye. We'll see y'all next week.